Hello science enthusiasts! Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Now let's dive into the realm of time travel. Time travel, a concept that has tantalized the minds of many and has been the subject of countless movies, books, and late-night conversations. It's an intriguing idea, isn't it? The ability to leap through the fabric of time, to explore the past or uncover the future. And speaking of the future, according to our current understanding of physics, we can't travel to the past, but the future? That's a different story. Imagine, just by oversleeping and being late for work, you could technically be traveling into the future. No need for fancy gadgets or a DeLorean, just a strong penchant for hitting the snooze button. Who knew being late for work could potentially make you a time traveler? But hold on, it's not that simple. So, according to physics, we can't travel to the past, but we can journey to the future. Sounds like a one-way ticket, doesn't it? The idea of time travel has fascinated humanity for centuries. But according to our current understanding of physics, traveling back in time is a no-go. You see, it's all about the second law of thermodynamics, which in layman's terms states that things naturally progress from order to disorder. It's like dropping a glass. It shatters into a million pieces, but those pieces will never spontaneously reassemble themselves back into a glass. That's why we can't go back in time. Because time, like that shattered glass, only moves one way: forward. Now, future time travel, on the other hand, is a different beast altogether. You see, Einstein's theory of relativity tells us that time and space are intrinsically linked, like two sides of the same coin. As we move through space, we also move through time. And just as we can manipulate space, think about traveling from one city to another, we might also be able to manipulate time. But it's not as simple as hopping on a plane. It would require vast amounts of energy or extreme gravitational fields, stuff we currently don't have the technology for. But let's not lose hope. Remember, 100 years ago, the idea of humans flying was considered impossible. And look at us now, booking flights to holiday destinations like it's no big deal. Who knows what the next 100 years will bring? On a lighter note, think about it this way. If we could travel back in time, we'd all be scrambling to undo those awkward moments we'd rather forget. Like that time you called your teacher mom in front of the whole class. Yeah, we've all been there. So no do-overs for that embarrassing high school moment, I'm afraid. But what about the future? Now here's a brain teaser for you. If the future is also the past of the next future, does that mean we can change it? Let's ponder on this. We consider future as the time that is yet to come. But from a different perspective, isn't the future also the past of what's yet to come after that? A bit mind-bending, isn't it? But that's the beauty of Einstein's theory of relativity. It tells us that space and time are intertwined in a four-dimensional fabric known as space-time. So, if we think about it, the future in relative terms is also a past. Imagine it like a roller coaster ride. The track in front of you is the future, but once you pass over it, it becomes your past, even though it's still the future for the person sitting behind you. Now here's where the fun part comes in. If we could somehow jump from the back of the roller coaster to the front, we could theoretically change the future. Oh, if only it were that simple, right? We could all save ourselves from those regrettable haircuts. You know the ones I'm talking about. The mullet that seemed like a good idea in the 80s, or the bowl cut your mom gave you that made you look like a walking mushroom. If only we could time travel and whisper in our past selves' ears, trust me, you don't want to do that. But alas, time travel isn't as simple as hopping on a DeLorean and gunning it to 88 miles per hour. Our understanding of physics currently doesn't allow us to travel back in time and change the past. The future, however, might be a different story. So while we may not be able to fix bad haircuts from the past, there's hope for the future. Or is there? So, we've established we can travel to the future. But can we change it? Now that's an intriguing question, isn't it? If we could, I'm sure we'd all love to make some edits here and there. Perhaps we could start by eradicating Monday mornings from the calendar. Imagine a world where the weekend bliss isn't abruptly ended by the Monday blues. But alas, we're not quite there yet. Let's delve into the realm of possibilities and theories. According to the laws of physics, the future, like the past, is immutable. It's a hard pill to swallow, especially when we consider the countless science fiction narratives that have romanticized the idea of altering future events. But hey, who said reality was supposed to be as thrilling as fiction? The immutable future theory suggests that every event that will occur has already been determined. If we were to travel to the future, we would merely be spectators, unable to alter the course of events. It's like watching a movie you've seen before. You know what's going to happen next, but you can't change the plot. However, there's another theory that might bring some hope to those of you who've already started planning your Monday-less futures. It's called the mutable future theory. It suggests that the future is a blank canvas, waiting for the artist, that's us, to paint the picture. If we were to travel to the future, we could potentially change it. But here's the catch. Any change we make would create a new timeline, separate from the one we originally belonged to. So, while we might succeed in creating a future without Mondays, we would not experience that timeline ourselves. Quite the paradox, isn't it? Unfortunately, we can't cancel Monday mornings just yet, but who knows what the future holds for time travel. As we continue to push the boundaries of our understanding, we might one day find ourselves in a future where we can indeed influence the course of events. Until then, let's keep dreaming, questioning, and exploring the fascinating enigma that is time.